Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is about JLO's makeup look in her new Instagram post and her new haircut that she has shown. Please don't forget to subscribe, I have a giveaway coming. This is the final look. Of course I don't look like JLO, but the style with the nude lip is very close. So I'm going to start with my eyes first. Outlining and carving your brows and lids. That's going to really help get the smoky eye effect. I've actually only used the NARS Skin Deep palette. Now the NARS Skin Deep palette has all the colours you're going to need for this look. On my brow I've started off with Taunt, and I'm going to take a fluffy brush and use Sophia and Whipped and pop that into my crease. We're really going to define the eye socket area. As you can see from JLO's Instagram look that she's posted with Scott Barnes and her other lovely makeup artist, it's a beautiful classic smoky eye, but the twist is her new hairstyle, which looks amazing. I couldn't do that. So taking an empty brush, I'm blending all the edges, and the contouring of the eye then becomes quite seamless. A great tip is if you use a bronzer, you can soften any work that you've done and it makes it more flesh toned and more real. So using the shades Icon and Centerfold, I'm applying those to the inner corner and the middle of my lid, basically a third of my lid, as you can see. These shades are so pigmented you don't have to use a brush. You can if you want to, I will do later on. So Icon and Centerfold, and just go ahead and apply a generous amount. Now using a dome shaped brush, I like to pinpoint eyeshadow. Now what that means is I like to get in the inner corners. I don't usually take a lot of product below, but JLO's look is highly highlighted, and again I don't go up to the hood and the crease of my eye, but in the photo you'll see she's gone quite high up. And then I like to revisit the two browns, so this will create more depth, more contouring. It'll all come together, I promise. I love using MAC Costa Riche. It's a neutral brown liner that works on any skin tone really, and it's a great substitute for using black because we're going to use a mascara which will mirror the brown and the black that will be created. Tight lining at the top where possible, just on the lash line. This will make a great 3D effect with your lashes. Makeup doesn't always have to be seen, it can be an effect. And the reason I have said cream or white liner for the waterline is because a white liner can suit some complexions. I'm using my tried and true I Need a Miracle mascara from Essence. Just lashings of mascara. Now because JLO is the queen of glow, I'm using the NARS Sheer Glow in Barcelona. Just blending that in, and look, the colour is just beautiful. It gives me a slight depth of colour as well, a bit more golden. A little bit goes such a long way. So the look is really coming together now. Just to let you know, this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, I have gone a couple of shades lighter. I'm usually ginger, and I'm doing the full-on contour highlight in this tutorial. You really do just need to focus on the areas that you want highlighting, so the centre of the nose, the middle of the forehead, I have quite a big forehead, chin, and then the jawline. So your inspirations for these kind of tutorials, your Kim Kardashian, your Jennifer Lopez, if you're going to go out, if you fancy doing this inspirational look, these are the kind of techniques you may need to use to get that effect. So blend, take your time with this. I don't tend to do a majority of my contour until I've set where I want the light, because you can always chop and change and add, but the darkness is harder to take away, so I like to set the parameters first. taking a Real Techniques fluffy brush and just blending the edges and softening everything. It does take time, but it's really, really easy once you know how. It's quite fun actually. So the Cupid's bow as well is a really good area to do it. So a good base will always allow this makeup to work. That's why I use the NARS Sheer Glow. So now I'm going to use my Fit Me Maybelline concealer and do a tiny bit on each side because the product blends. Look at it, it just blends so well. This NARS Yachio brush works with powder and creams. Just go for it. Temples, cheeks, jawline, and just keep on blending. Blending is the secret and always has been and always will be. If you look at the picture of JLO on Instagram, she's got a very, very heavy contour and highlight. If you go lightly down the nose, you'll get a better effect, and if you do it under the lip, it can make your lips look bigger. So always go in with your other brushes and blend the two seams together. Now, I like to highlight and create more light to the face, but with a flesh toned highlighter. So my YSL is a tried and true as well, and it just brings the look back from looking too pale, perhaps, from the custard. Again, get the creases out and bake. I'm absolutely in love with baking. If done properly, it can be so, so good, and I'm still learning. I will try and bring you as much useful content as possible. So just be very generous with this and let it bake. And I am going to do the centre of my nose, the jawline. My makeup doesn't move after this. It really doesn't. And remember, I don't do my forehead. I like to go back whilst I'm baking and redefine the eye because makeup can wear off, and it's good to just go back. So now I'm putting on my velour lashes and then brush away. It's a really, really fluffy brush that I'm using to try and make the whole process seamless. Take the what's remained on the Yachio brush and then just bring the cheeks back as well. Just keep on checking. Now this is the Eater brush from NARS, and I'm going to take a very soft bronzer and just carve my cheeks a little bit more. It's always, as I said, about revisiting, checking your makeup, seeing how it looks, and plus actually when you're filming things sometimes don't show up as much, so I do have to overcompensate. Oh, this Dior Nude Skin highlighter is amazing. Now, JLO in the 90s when I was growing up always used to highlight her brow. It isn't outdated as such, but I like to blend it with a foundation brush, so when the light hits, it looks wonderful. NARS Borneo is my go-to at the moment. It's a lip liner from NARS that's a classic brown. I haven't overlined because I do have a definite lip line, but JLO does overline, you'll see in her pictures. Now, if you look at her photo again, the greyish sort of brown under eye is smoked, so she doesn't have black eyeliner on, it's more of a smoked out effect. This is my Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronzer. And you find I keep bronzing, it's because you need to get the depth right. This Ultra Dior lipstick in Whisper is amazing, but I had to put concealer on my lips to get that nude look that JLO has always had on her lips, and then redefine and re-outline your lips. I decided to use the Huda lip strobe from Huda's Bombshell set because JLO's picture has a 3D gloss effect to it. We're almost there. And now I'm just checking what more do I need. So I realised I want more highlight in the inner corner of my eyes. So taking a fluffy brush, I'm using Icon and Centerfold again from the NARS Skin Deep palette and just bringing more light. And because, as I said, JLO's heavy contour, I took pictures in between filming and I noticed I needed more bronze. So a tip is take some selfies towards the end of your makeup if you have time and just see how it's photographing, because if it's for an event and you're going to take pictures, that's how it's going to look, or very, very similar. I'm going to post some pictures at the end, but I needed more highlight the way JLO had in order to try and create my version of her look. And I always recommend setting. This is my MAC Fix Plus. Set your makeup. It's going to stay in place all night, all day. Check your lashes. And this is my take. I'm hoping to do the giveaway in the next video. I want to bring you some quality content, and thank you all so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.